God has done so much for us. He gave us all of His promises. He has made heaven available to us. All of Jesus' life on earth was for us. And He did all of this because He loves you. And it would be a wicked thing not to love Jesus back for all He's done for us. I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I love God? In 1 John 4:18-20, it says this, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love." We love Him, that is Jesus Christ, because He first loved us. If any man say, "I love God," and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For if he loveth not his brother, who he hath seen, how can he love God, who he hath not seen? This is coming straight out of the Bible. One thing that is required of every Christian is to love. In Mark 12:30-31, Jesus says this to us, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is alike, namely this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these." Now if you love Jesus Christ, you will serve Him. In John 14:15, Jesus says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." If you love me, keep my commandments. Now that's very simple. If you love Him, you will obey Him. If you do not love Him, you will not obey Him. 1 John 5:3 says, "This is love, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous." A true Christian is a good friend of God. If you were very good friends with somebody, would you hurt his children and damage his belongings because you say, "He is very forgiving"? What type of friends would you be? You would not be friends. If you wouldn't do that to your best friend that lives on earth, what makes you think it's appropriate to do that with God? By no way that would be loving God. If you were a good friend, you would not do those things which you knew displeased your friend. But if at one point you did wrong your friend, you would immediately want to ask his forgiveness. If you love God, you would do everything in your power not to sin, because sin grieves the heart of God. There is two that is seeking your friendship right now. One is God, the other is the world, but you cannot be friends with both of them. And right now, you are friends of either one or the other. In James 4:4, it says, "Know ye not that the friendship of this world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God." Do you love God enough to be different than this world? Do you love God enough to talk different than this world? Do you love God enough to dress different than this world? Do you love God enough to say no to sinful entertainment? Jesus said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." 2 John 1:6 says, "This is love, that we walk after His commandments. This is the commandment, that you have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it." Now even if you did all the outward works that a true Christian would do, but left out love, you missed it all. 1 Corinthians 13:2-3 says, "And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and have all faith, so that I can remove mountains, and have not charity, which is love, I am nothing. And though I give all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, meaning dying as a martyr, and have not charity, meaning love, it profiteth me nothing, not even a mar's reward. Read the first half of 1 Corinthians 13. If you leave out love, you leave out heaven. But God has special rewards for those that truly love Him. Heaven is only one of the rewards. John 14:21, Jesus says, He that hath my commandments, and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Would you like to see Jesus in person? Start loving Him with all your heart. Revelation 22:12, Jesus says, Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. That's Old English meaning according to their works. Now what does Jesus ask of us? John 15:12 says, This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, Casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. These are just a few of God's commandments. But if you really love God, you will read through the Bible and see what God loves and what He hates. Now I challenge you, live every day to please Jesus Christ, and that would drastically change your life. And remember, Jesus wants you to go to heaven even more than you want to go there. And remember the words of Jesus, If you love me, keep my commandments. And that's all for today, and I'll see you next time.